Namaskaram. Good morning everyone. I am Sudhakar, English faculty in Modern School. Today I am going to teach you question number 17 in paper 1 for the 10th class students. The Roman question it is, combine the given pair of sentences using the relative pronoun. Before you learn that, you have to have some awareness regarding the clause. What is clause? How many types of clauses are there? What is relative clause? And what is relative pronoun? So first I will teach you what is clause. What is clause? A group of words with subject and predicate is called clause. A group of words with subject and predicate is called clause. See, he is clever. This is clause. How do we say this is clause? Here, he is the subject and he is clever is the predicate. This group of words have subject as well as predicates. So we call this one as a clause. Though he is clever. In this group of words, there is a subject and there is a predicate. So collectively we do call this group of words as a clause. And the main point what we have to remember it is, clause may or may not possess complete sense. Clause may or may not possess complete sense. If you take this first example, he is clever. It possesses a complete sense. It possesses the complete sense. And if you take the second example, though he is clever, even though it is a clause, it has an incomplete sense. So from these two examples, what did we understand here? Clause may or may not possess complete sense. And the next one it is, clause may form a sentence or become a part of a sentence. Clause may form a sentence or become a part of a sentence. See, if you take this first example, it rained heavily. It rained heavily. It has a subject and it has a predicate. So we call this one as a clause. And even we call this one as a sentence because it has a complete sense. And if you go to the next example here, as it is rained heavily, they cancelled a match. In this, from as to match is a sentence. From as to match is a sentence. And in this sentence there are two parts. One part it is, as it is rained heavily is one part. They cancelled match is another part. And if you take the first part, in the first part there is a subject and predicate. So we call this one as a clause. And if you take the second part, they is a subject, cancelled match is a predicate. So we call this one as a clause. So from the second example, we can understand that clause is a part of a sentence. Clause may form a sentence or become a part of a sentence. If you take the clauses, there are two types of clauses. One is main clause, the other name for the main clause is principal clause or independent clause. What is this main clause? Main clause that possesses complete sense without any dependency. Means it possesses a complete sense without depending on any other clause. So we call this clause as a main clause. And the other name for this main clause is principal clause or independent clause. If you take the example here, today is a holiday. Today is a holiday. So here, today is a subject, is a holiday is a predicate. So the entire one, it is a clause. Even we call this one as a sentence also. And it possesses a complete sense. So what type of the class it is? This is main class. And the second type of the class is subordinate class. The other name for this subordinate class is dependent class. What is this subordinate class? The class that depends on main class for the complete sense is called subordinate class. See, this subordinate class depends on the main class for the complete sense. If you take this example here, if you study well, you will pass the exam. In this entire sentence, there are two clauses. One clause it is, if you study well is the first class, you will pass the exam is another class. And see here, if you study well, if you take the meaning of only this class, it has an incomplete sense. So we call this clause as a subordinate class. See here, you will pass the exam. This is a class which has a complete sense. If you take only this class, you will pass the exam. It has a complete sense. It doesn't require to depend on the other class for the complete sense. If you take this class depends on the main class for the complete sense. In the absence of this main class, it possesses an incomplete sense. Only in the presence of this main class, it possesses a complete sense. So, for the complete sense, this class depends on the main class. So, we call this class as a subordinate class or the dependent class. So, we learn the basics, and now the main topic we have come to. Okay, the main topic it is relative class. What is this relative class? This relative class is none other than a subordinate class. A subordinate class that gives information. What does the subordinate class does? It gives the information about what? About subject or object of a main class. So, a subordinate class that gives information about subject or object of main class is called relative class. So, let us take this example here. First example, my uncle, who is a doctor, lives in Nellore. My uncle, who is a doctor, lives in Nellore. In this sentence, there are two clauses. One is, my uncle lives in Nellore is main class. Who is a doctor is the subordinate class. If you take this subordinate class gives the information about my uncle. It gives the information about my uncle. So we call this subordinate clause as a relative clause. And let us see the second example here. He gave me a watch which is not working. If you take this entire sentence, he gave me a watch is one clause, which is not working is the another clause. And if you take this, he gave me a watch is the main clause. In this main class, a watch is the object. Okay, and which is not working is the subordinate clause giving the information about the object of the main clause. So, from the two examples, what can we understand? It gives the information about subject of the main clause or object of the main clause. And see here, this relative clause is introduced with the relative pronoun. Who is a relative pronoun? Why do we call this who as a relative pronoun? First, see here, who is used instead of this my uncle. My uncle is a noun phrase. So, if you go to the basics, a word that is used in the place of noun or a noun phrase is called as a pronoun. And here this pronoun, it is used in the relative clause. We call this pronoun as a relative pronoun. See, which is a relative pronoun in this relative clause. So if you take the relative pronouns, see, if the noun represents the person, the relative pronoun what we have to use is who. If the noun represents the thing or the animal, we have to use the relative pronoun which or that. If the noun refers the possession, we have to use the relative pronoun whose. If the noun is the object of a verb, then we have to use the relative pronoun whom. Question number 17, Roman question is combine the given pair of sentences using relative pronoun. So here, how do they give a question in the question paper? Kalam was born in Rameswaram is one sentence. It was a famous religious place is the another sentence. So how many sentences are there in the given question? 2. So a pair of questions are given in the question. And see here, in the brackets they will give you which relative pronoun you have to use to combine those pair of sentences. Here, what is the relative pronoun that is given to combine the given pair of sentences? Which. So now how to combine the given pair of sentences using this relative pronoun? Let us see. Here, Kalam was born in Rameswaram. It was a famous religious place. Here, if you take the first sentence in the given pair of sentences, Rameswaram is a noun. And if you take the second pair of the sentences, it is the pronoun which refers the place Rameswaram. So, this noun and this pronoun refers the same place. This noun and this pronoun refers the same place. So what we have to do here, see, Kalam was born in Rameswaram. After this noun, we have to use the relative pronoun that is asked us to use to combine the given pair of sentences. So, which is the relative pronoun that is used, that is asked us to combine. So here, after this noun, we used relative pronoun. So where we have to use the relative pronoun? After the noun. Okay, after the noun. After the noun, we have to use the relative pronoun. Which noun we have to use? The noun which is interrelated with the other noun or the pronoun in the another sentence. Okay, so here this is the noun which is related to the other pronoun or the noun in the sentence. This is the noun. So after this noun here in the answer we wrote which, okay, was a famous religious place. So here we have to omit it. We should not write it. Why we should not write it here? Because we wrote a relative pronoun. Already we wrote a relative pronoun which refers this noun. Okay, the same work even this pronoun in the question also does. So we have to skip this relative we have to skip this when we write this relative pronoun in the answer. So Kalam was born in Rameswaram, which was a famous religious place. Nick now, let us see the second one. Nick now lives in Los Angeles. He was born in Melbourne. So here there are two sentences here. Okay. And in these two sentences, see here, Nick is a noun and he is the pronoun which refers the same person. So here, after this noun, we have to use the relative pronoun. Which relative pronoun we have to use? We have to use the relative pronoun who. Why we should use the relative pronoun who? Because this noun refers the person. So here, after this noun, what we have to use at the time we combine the given pair of the sentences, we have to use a relative pronoun. So, Nick, who was born in Melbourne, comma, now lives in Los Angeles. And in such a way, we have to combine the given pair of sentences. And here, I give you 3 more examples to work out. The third example, it is here, bring me a file. The file is on the table. So you have to combine the given pair of sentences using that. And the other example what I asked you to do is, I saw a soldier, he lost an arm. So it is asked you to combine these 2 sentences using who. And the other and the other question what I asked you to work out is, we met a girl is one sentence, the girl lost her way is another sentence. You have to combine these both sentences using the relative pronoun who. Okay? Complete these 3 examples and come to the next class.
ఇది ప్రజల టీవీ